I think the universe is absolutely and utterly giving. I've never seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. I've never seen somebody eat right, go to the gym every day, train really hard, and not. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try, and you're actually not making excuses, lying, talking shit, you're gonna get what you want. So when I see people who don't have what they want, I consider them losers. This may be elitist, I understand that. But if I put myself through endless pain to end up where I am, it's very hard for me to have sympathy on the man who's afraid of pain. You're avoiding pain. I've been through endless. I now have everything I've ever desired. You have none of the things. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Am I supposed to look at you and go, oh, poor dude? No, you didn't go through the shit I went through. You didn't put it on the line. So you deserve your substandard reality. Because if you actually wanted it and you actually tried, you'd have it. If you're sitting there saying, oh, but I tried my best and I still didn't get it, you're lying. You didn't try your best. The universe gives it to everybody who genuinely tried. And I know that to be a fact because this world's competitive. We're all competing against each other. And the majority of people don't try. I've achieved this amazing life and I've tried very, very hard, but it could have been harder. It wasn't 100% hard. Why? Because the competition's zero. Everyone is a fucking loser. Everyone's a loser. I can say to somebody, listen, I'll make you a millionaire. Do this. Oh yeah, but the kids are home from school now. That's it. And then they'll sit and go, really wish I had some money. You are a loser. I will sit here on this podcast. People will listen to me for hours. And I will say, listen, I have hundreds of millions of dollars. And I will teach you how to make money. I clearly know how to money. You clearly like what I said. You obviously believe I'm intelligent, technical, I want life. And still, a whole bunch of people will sit there and go, yeah, anyway, next video. And then they'll say, can't afford a Ferrari, and wonder why. Like they'll be confused in their minds how they didn't end up getting what they want. Because you're a fucking loser. And the majority of people are losers. And this goes back to why, when we were saying earlier, how I know the elites view us. Because I'm from a council estate in Boots, single parent household, and I despise you. So imagine you're a billionaire born into a family, a lineage which has controlled Earth for hundreds of years. Imagine how much they despise us. Do you think they give a fuck about putting a bullet in me? Do you think they give a solitary fuck about you missing your parents' funeral because of the common cold? They don't give a solitary shit. Because I already know how I feel when I listen to losers complain. You just get to a point where you're like, I'm tired of hearing your fucking excuses. That's bullshit. And you become to a degree, yeah, cold and psychopathic. It's true. And I get it all the time. I get thousands of emails a day. Everyone I grew up with, people I know, I get it all the time. They'll message me, hey man, just unlucky. You are not unlucky. You are a lazy loser. You are not unlucky. You are breathing. The unlucky ones are gone. You're alive, and you are a lazy loser. So a loser is anybody who does not have everything they want at the drop of a hat. Because I have absolutely everything I could ever possibly desire. And if I wanted something that I couldn't have, I guarantee you could speak again in a few months. Because if I want something and I can't have it, I can't sleep. I don't know how there's broke people out here sleeping just fine at night. Going, oh, inflation's 20%, gas prices are 6 times. I never stand a chance of ever getting rich. Where's my pillow? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I go to bed at night as a teenager. I looked it up on the internet. It was a Honda Civic Type R. I wanted one, 38,000 pounds. I had no money, less than 50 pounds on my bank, couldn't afford it. Then I looked up how much a Ferrari cost, 210,000 pounds. And I said to Tristan, my brother, I was like, there are people with 210,000 pounds for a car. How? If I worked my job for 6 years and saved every penny, if I walked to work and didn't eat, I couldn't buy this car. How are people doing this? I couldn't sleep at night when I was broke. I knew I had to find a way out. I was sitting there going, I refuse to live my human year and be some second-class citizen peasant. I couldn't tolerate it. And I was so uncomfortable that it gave me the motivation I needed to escape. But the people who go, oh yeah, nice Ferrari, yeah, back to the TV. Dummies, losers. And the thing about the world is, we need losers. If that's the reality you've chosen to live, you get one spin in this version of life, and you decided you want to be a loser, that's fantastic, because my cars need cleaning, a hotel room needs cleaning, I have a party with all these beautiful women that's a bit of a mess. Please, go pick it up. I ain't gonna fucking do it. If I had to walk into a hotel room and clean up after some other man's party, I guarantee you I'd do whatever it fucking took to become rich so I didn't have to do that shit. But you wanna do that for 20 years? Someone's gotta flip the fucking burgers. Someone has to make the fries. I want a Happy Meal now and again. But I don't feel sorry for you people because you fucking deserve it, because it's a decision you made. You made that decision. Have fun at McDonald's. I have no sympathy, zero. Most people go through life and they do not pay attention. If you pay attention, you'll start to learn that money is everywhere. Every building is owned. These are skyscrapers. Billions. Every apartment nowadays is a billion. You drive down a street in London, you're driving past trillions of dollars. There's money everywhere. When I was broke, I thought that the world was broke. And then I got rich and realized that I was completely and utterly wrong. There's so much money. It's everywhere. If I go to try and buy a plane or a jet. They're always sold out. My yacht is a fucking 6-year waiting list. I want a Bugatti, they launch it, the email comes to my email address, 2 minutes later, gone. There's so much money. If I want a diamond watch, you can't get this stuff. There is so much money out there. Once you get to a certain echelon, you realize there's money fucking everywhere. So there's plenty of money in the world. People with no money are just not very good at taking it. So you need to start paying attention. First thing. Second thing is network. It's hard to make money if you don't know any money. If you sit in a room full of ice cream experts, and all they talk about is ice cream, different flavors, how to store it, how to move it, how to sell it. If you hang around with these people long enough, when someone asks you a question about ice cream, that's what you're gonna know the answer. You're gonna say, you know what? That's because it's that shit. That needs to be 2 degrees higher. Everyone understands this. Your network is your network. We're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands this, and then they still hang around with fucking losers. You're right. I am the sum of the 5 people I spend the most time with. Anyway, this is my friend Nick. He's so funny when we go drinking because he gets really drunk. I don't talk to anybody who is not winning. Every phone call I will answer, if I answer a phone call from people, I talk to lose. Everyone I talk to, everybody. If my entire reality is full of multi-millionaires making money, how am I not going to make money? It's the same reason that wolves hunt in packs. If you're a lone animal, you have one set line. If you're a pack, you're watching every single animal. Perhaps I might miss something. I'm as perspicacious as possible. But one of my friends identifies that the war in Ukraine is going to change and the Russian rubles, you can make a bunch of money for it. Now I've made a bunch of $1 million for getting a text message because I have friends who are paying attention. All of us are paying attention. So your network is super important. That's another thing.
And in order to get to the next level, you are going to have to give up something that you care about. See, all your friends, they can't go to the next level because they'll get up there with you and the way they behave, they'll mess it up for you. You can't hang out with everybody you've been hanging out with. I had to leave my family. My family didn't get it. Steve, you gonna go tell jokes? That's stupid. You can't make a living telling jokes. Stupid. Quit your job, leave your family, pursue your dream. My family wasn't supporting them. I got to cut my family loose. Oh, they all love me now. Everybody get a check every month. They had no idea. They didn't know. That's why I was able to walk away, because I saw more. So you'll know when it's time to walk away from people. And some people you need to walk away from. You have to let them go. They're not gonna get it.
The bigger your life gets, everything comes up at the same pace. And the more people believe in you or like you or support you, the more people hate you, because it creates an opportunity for envy. The only way to avoid it is to stay down. If you lay dead, even the animals won't bite you. The risk of being bitten is the cost of getting up. And you have to decide, are you so concerned about being bitten that you're willing to spend the rest of your life laying dead, or is there something pumping down inside of you that says, bite me or not, I'm getting up. I'm gonna do all I can do, even if it risks you hating me. I'm going for it. This is very important. The people around have everything in the world to do with the decision, because they get in your ear. And if they are wrong, they don't die, you die. You got to make it happen, or it's not gonna happen. You got to get up off your hind parts and bust a move, or nothing is gonna happen in your life.
When everybody is against you or don't believe in you no more, it's a lonely feeling. They look at you with that look and say, why don't you try something else? Why don't you give up?
When you feel like giving up, don't. When they tell you you can't, come on, man, who are they?
Oh, you're being unrealistic. You're dreaming. Yes, I am dreaming.
And for some of you, you stop dreaming. You dream for a week and you stop. You dream for a while, and when people tell you crazy, and when people tell you can never get done, you stop dreaming and you go back to knowledge.
When they tell you you're not gonna make it, don't believe them, man. You got to be relentless.
We live in a world, ladies and gentlemen, where people want instant gratification. No, it's simple, but it's not easy.
So when you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you.
People are going to think you're crazy. You don't have nothing but lint in the corner of your pockets. You're out here talking about living your dream. It takes guts, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't expect people to understand you. Why you leave? This is a good job. I'm going. They pay you well. I'm going. Why? I don't understand. You don't have to. How are you going to make it? I don't know, but I will.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That person who told you you'll never amount to anything, they thought they defeated you.
You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. And you're going to prove to everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong.
The universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment.
I have never met anybody anybody who became incredibly successful until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and fought through tears and trials and tests
and refuse to turn around until life gives it up.
You decided all the clubs, partying, hanging out, and all that that ain't for me. While everybody else is clubbing and hanging out, you got your focus right.
Life will always be, to a large extent, what you make it. Not what other people will make of it. Not what other people say it will be, but what you make of your life. See, a lot of people want to exempt themselves from taking responsibility. All they want to do is talk about the problem. You want to take responsibility for your life.
That no matter how many times you get knocked down, that you're coming back.